Okay, what we're going to be looking at today is the Lady Macbeth extract that you've got, and your task on Show My Homework is to read Lady Macbeth's speech. This is what she says about Macbeth's prophecy. Remember, prophecy means a foretelling of the future, and we need to think, how is Lady Macbeth presented? We need to highlight words and phrases and annotate what the effect is. Think about images that show her as strong. And then afterwards, I'm going to show you how to write that into a quick paragraph using a quotation about what Lady Macbeth is like. So, you have here on the right a modern translation. I'm not going to use this, so you need to look at that in your own time. So she says, "Glamis thou art, and Cawdor, and shalt be what thou art promised. Yet do I fear thy nature. It is too fill the milk of human kindness. To catch the nearest way, thou wouldst be great. Art not without ambition, but without the illness should attend it. What thou wouldst highly, what thou wouldst holily, wouldst thou not play false, and yet wouldst wrongly win? Thou'st have great Glamis, that which cries, thus thou must do, if thou have it, and that which rather thou dost fear to do, than wishest should be undone. Hie thee hither, that I may pour my spirits in thine ear, and chastise with the valour of my tongue that all that impedes thee from the golden round, which fate and metaphysical aid doth seem to have thee crowned withal." Okay, so first of all, in terms of the prophecy, we've got these mentions. So I'm going to put all of my ideas of prophecy in yellow. Okay, so my ideas of the prophecy are in yellow. So I'm going to put great in yellow. Obviously Glamis and Cawdor, and anything to do with being a king. So the golden round, if we think of something that's golden round, we think of a crown. So I'm going to highlight that in yellow as well. So we've got some mentions there. In terms of her being strong, here, chastise means to scold, punish, discipline. So she's saying here that she's going to pour her ideas in his ear and punish him with the strength of her words. Okay, so this bit here I'm going to highlight in a different colour. Let's go for green, because that is where she's really strong. And here she's talking about Macbeth, but here she says I fear is full of kindness. So here she's saying that Macbeth might be too kind to carry this through, so she would be stronger. So she's got some things there. Fate and metaphysical are about the ideas of the witches, so that's going to be yellow, and that is as well because crowned. So we've got some quick ideas there. You could go on further. If you look through the modern translation, there's more things in there that you can definitely look for. So let's annotate here. So I fear human kindness. Lady Macbeth is scared that Macbeth is too kind to go through with any act necessary for him to become king. Now we know from our video that we watched in lesson 1, where we looked at the whole play, we know that Macbeth ends up killing the king and becoming king in the end, and he's quite a violent man. So this kind of contradicts, it goes against what we thought first of all. And if he's the kind one, then this must mean that Lady Macbeth is the more violent, stronger one. So if Macbeth is the kind one in their relationship, this must mean that Lady Macbeth is the stronger, meaner one. Okay, she's saying here that to get what you need to be great. You have ambition, but you should carry that through. Would you do it if you had to lie? Would you do it if it was wrong? that suggests that she would. So here it might suggest that she would do anything to get what she wants. Because remember, all of this is not just about Macbeth, but it's about if he's king, she would be queen. So here, where it says great, I'm going to put Macbeth would be king, Lady Macbeth wants to be queen. And I'm going to put in brackets, perhaps even more than Macbeth wants the crown. So maybe she's the one that wants it more. So here, that I may pour my spirits in thine ear. Now, she doesn't actually pour spirits in his ear, and by spirits we mean kind of ghosts, as in kind of ideas. So this is a metaphor that she is going to put her ideas into Macbeth's head, or in quote, ear. And so this tells us that she is maybe controlling, that she is the powerful or strong-willed one. And chastise, here that word chastise is a doing word, so it's a verb, the idea of punish. Now, back in this time, women were not as equal as men, so wives especially were meant to listen to their husbands. So Lady Macbeth is not the stereotypical wife, as she says she will punish her husband, but also she is threatening him if she does not get her way. The idea that she would punish her husband. Valor, we've already talked about, is like bravery, heroism, courage. So she is saying she is courageous, and willing. So this adjective. And obviously tongue here, she's referring to her words, that she is not physically powerful, but emotionally and verbally. So she's good with her words, whereas Macbeth is good in battle. Here, impedes is stopping from the golden round, which fate and metaphysical all aid doth seem to have thee crowned withal. She's saying Macbeth should be crowned, but don't forget, Lady Macbeth wants to be queen. Okay, so we've got our annotations there, so you can look back in the video, pause and copy what I've written down here. Make sure you're highlighting and annotating, because that is the first couple of questions here. What I'm going to do now is quickly show you how to put this into a paragraph, because it would be great if you could have a go at the challenge. So, Lady Macbeth is presented as, now here you could use lots of ideas. You could use the idea of her strong, that she is brave, but you could also suggest that she is violent, manipulative, where you force someone to see your point of view, that she is controlling. So any of those ideas in this extract. So you just choose one of those. Okay, I'm going to use strong in this instance. This is supported by the quotation. So one for her being strong, I'm going to say is valor. Valor of my tongue. Now here you can see it's got a red line, because usually we spell valor with a U. Valor of my tongue. Now valor, we said it was an adjective. So the adjective valor tells us that she is strong in her words, meaning that she is able to persuade Macbeth. Okay, a nice simple paragraph. If you wanted to have a go at a little bit more, you could talk about the reader and the writer. So you could say a reader or an audience would consider this as unusual for a woman of the time because they were thought to be weaker than men. Shakespeare, so the writer, did this to create a powerful couple and present Lady Macbeth as Macbeth's equal, for example. So just a really quick little paragraph, and you can see how I've organised that. So remember, you need your point, you need your evidence, and then however you want to do it, if you want to do either explain, or in some of my lessons I say to analyse instead. And then if you wanted a challenge, you could do the reader and the writer. So you can have a look back at how I structured that. Remember all of these ideas, and then you need a quote that would support that idea. Please don't copy this one exactly, if not I'll be very upset. So look back through the video, pause and copy down what you need to. You can annotate it on the document itself, or you could write your ideas on a separate sheet. I hope this has been useful. Good luck, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.